What's up, money growers? Jacob back with another video here to help you guys out today. For those of you that are looking to build your credit, okay? Now, this is going to be for people who are looking to build their credit because they either had some issues in the past, whether it was a bad choice you made or whether something happened to you or whatever it was, okay? So we're moving forward from that. Or you're someone who's brand new to credit and you're looking to build because you just don't understand any of this yet, okay? That's fine. We all have to start somewhere, right? No one's born knowing what to do when it comes to credit and doing that kind of thing. So if you're like me, where you were not taught in school and not taught in the home, hey, welcome to the club. You found the right place. So guys, go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet because we got a whole bunch more to talk about. And thank you guys for helping each other down in the comments below. People like Nino, people like Corey, I see you guys talking in there quite a bit. So thank you for being helpful to everyone down in the comments section. I do appreciate it. Now, as we jump into today, we're talking about the OpenSky Secured Visa Credit Card. This is a secured card that is very popular. This one and probably the Discover It card that I've talked about before in other videos. These are arguably two of the most popular secured credit cards there are, and you're going to see why as we jump into this. Now, OpenSky. All right, so here's just a little background, right? It's issued by Capital Bank, right? And they've got where they're headquartered in Maryland, which I actually did not know before this. So they've been around for quite some time. But, you know, for most people, that's really not a big deal when it comes to building their credit. As we jump into this, all right, the OpenSky credit card. The pros with this credit card, this is the big one for a lot of people, okay? The fact that there is no credit check required, okay? That is huge for people who have no credit or they've had a bunch of bad credit problems in the past, okay? Because they're just worried that, they don't want any more checks, anything else to go bad on their credit report, okay, even if it's something small. So the fact there's no credit check at all is a big deal for a lot of people. That's who OpenSky is looking to help with this product, okay? The other big deal, as you see here at the top, is they report to all three consumer credit bureaus, and they do it every month. So we're talking Experian, we're talking Equifax, and we're talking TransUnion. Those are the big three, right? That people that you're going to get a lot of when you look at your credit reports, those are the big three you're going to be looking at, okay? So no credit check for this at all, and it reports to all three bureaus. So you're off to a good start with this, whether you're building credit or rebuilding credit. Now, you don't need a traditional bank account for this, okay? Because you can just fund this deposit, or you can just, do it with a money order or Western Union or something like that, okay? Now, the minimum, like most secured credit cards, $200, okay? Sometimes you'll see 300, but oftentimes 200 just seems to be pretty standard when you're funding a secured credit card. But you can go up to $3,000 with this one, okay? So if you have, $3,000 in cash, you can go up to $3,000. And $200 is pretty low to start off for a secured credit card, all right? Because if you're trying to stay under 30% utilization, I mean, we're talking $60. Okay, that's all you got to work with. So, and that's if you're at 30%. If you're doing 20% or 10%, then you got $40 or $20. So if you've got the cash to do some more, I would generally encourage people to, put a little bit more down on the deposit so you have a bit more wiggle room to work with when it comes to utilization with the card. Now, some of the cons with this card. So, no credit card is perfect, okay? Not everything's going to be perfect with this card. So there is whoops, messed that up. So there is a $35 annual fee when it comes to this credit card, okay? So you do have a $35 annual fee you're going to pay. There is no rewards program with it or welcome bonus or, anything like that. So sometimes with secured cards, they will have like 1% cash back or 2% or, 1 point for every dollar you spend or something like that, okay? With the OpenSky credit card, there's not, all right? But that's not a huge deal, okay? You're in the beginning of building or rebuilding your credit, so not really a huge deal, okay? Now, you also cannot request a credit limit higher than the $3,000. So if you got a bunch of cash, if you got $5,000 in cash, you're going to be capped out at $3,000, okay? Also, there's a 3% foreign transaction fee, and there's no upgrade option. So as we continue, you'll see some of the other benefits that come with the card. So you do have a $0 fraud liability, okay? So if there is some kind of fraud that happens with your card, you're not liable for it, right? That's pretty standard across secured and unsecured credit cards. So that's pretty common across the board, okay? Now you do have 24/7 roadside dispatch. You got 24-hour assistance if you lose your card, you need it replaced. If you get stolen, if you have fraud report, anything like that, you can give them a call and they will do what they can to help you on the process, make sure you're not liable for any purchases that were not actually yours and that kind of thing. And then you have the identity theft protection, you have the auto rental collision damage waiver, things like that that are pretty common that come with credit cards. Now, as we continue, let's look at some of the fees. All right, this is stuff you want to know about. So the annual percentage rate, the APR for purchase is 17.39%. The APR for cash advance is 17.39 as well. The annual fee, like I mentioned earlier, $35 that you're going to be paying. And then cash advance fee, all right, $6 or 5% of the amount of each cash advance, whichever is greater. Usually you'll see 5%, $5 or 5%, sometimes $10 or 5%. Once in a while you get one that's like $6 or $8 or something like that. So that's what you're looking at for a cash advance fee when it comes to the OpenSky credit card. Now, as we continue, you're going to find some more fees with this, okay? So the foreign transaction fee is 3% of each transaction in US dollars. But most people, here in the US, most Americans don't travel a whole lot internationally anyway. So for most people, that foreign transaction fee is probably not going to be a big deal. Late payment fee up to $38, and then a returned payment fee, you're looking at up to $25 with this. So just make sure you're all squared away when it comes to handling your money responsibly with the secured card, so you don't have to worry about late payments, return payments, and then from there, you'll obviously be able to get more things like more unsecured cards and stuff like that. Now, also, as we look at this, so who should apply for an OpenSky secured Visa credit card? Okay, so this is obviously designed for people who are looking to that are struggling to build or they need to rebuild credit. Okay, so if you've got real bad credit issues in the past, then hey, this is your card to take a look at. All right, so if you got to rebuild or if you're brand new and you just want to build, okay. Now, if you don't have access to traditional banking services, this can be a good option for you because you don't even need to have a traditional bank account to fund the deposit for the card. Now, if you also want to have some more control over your own credit limit, then this could also be a good option for you as well. Or if you've had any bad financial issues in the past, we're talking bankruptcy, back taxes, maybe even child support, stuff like that. If you had some bad financial issues in the past, this can be a good option for you because sometimes you can get denied for a secured credit card. I think a lot of people think that secured cards are just a guarantee to start over. No, you can get denied. Like Navy Federal on their end rewards, they can deny you for that card. Sometimes people who've had lots of bad credit issues do get denied for that. If you're brand new to credit, probably not. But if you had enough bad issues in the past with credit, sometimes places they will deny you for even a secured credit card. So again, OpenSky can be a good option for you if you're in that position. Now, also, as we look, so some of the requirements you need to know about, okay, you got to be at least 18 years old. You do have to have a social security number or your ITIN, your individual taxpayer identification number. You do have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident. Monthly income does have to be greater than the monthly expenses, and you have to have the ability to repay the estimated monthly payment you require for this card. So it's kind of a given, right? Like they want to make sure you have enough money on a regular basis to be able to pay off however much you plan to use on the card, okay? And also, you cannot have applied for a Capital Bank credit card 4 or more times in the last 60 days. So, I mean, I'd say that's pretty generous. 4 or more times in 60 days. So, those are some requirements you need to know about. Now, as we continue, you also cannot have 2 or more open credit card accounts with Capital Bank, and your account history on any current or previous relationship with the Capital Bank must be in good standing. Again, things that, seem like they'd be kind of a given, right? And subscribe. So, guys, that's a pretty quick rundown. Hopefully gave you what you need to know about the OpenSky secured credit card and that kind of thing. So, again, if you have questions, put them in the comment section below. Again, thank you to those of you that are really active in the comment section and answering people's questions. I appreciate you guys helping each other out because there's a lot to know with all this content. So, with all that being said, I do appreciate you guys watching. I do appreciate you guys commenting. I appreciate you helping each other down there in that comment section on these videos. So go ahead and subscribe because there's always more to talk about. And until next time, keep growing your money.